Oh, hey there guys. Have you ever found an NFT project when browsing the web that seemed like, for the first time, way too profitable and required only a minimal investment amount? A project that nobody had ever heard of and therefore causing you to have some doubts. Hopefully you haven't fallen for this type of trap, but you will also agree with me that finding real gems here in crypto is not an easy deal. Considering the excessive numbers of scam projects out there, as well as solutions whose developers have no true regards for their creations, it's no wonder that people get scammed and lose their money. But don't worry here, I'll help you to learn how to spot these red flags. Welcome back to our channel, it's DeFeed, and in this video we will highlight how to find real gems in crypto and not get scammed along the way. Don't forget to like this one and subscribe to the channel. And let's jump into the topic already. Okay, usually most dishonest projects are easily identified and news that they are deceiving people spread way too quickly. But how do we identify a legitimate and prosperous opportunity in contrast? We have prepared a guide to you to teach you how to do that. And the first and most important thing to do is pay attention on your search and overall behavior of the project. So first here, there always should be a lively activity in the project's Discord and Telegram chats. It is also important that the messages contain a variety of content, that they are not just unrelated or spammed with gifs and stickers and good mornings. So all you need to do is look for real discussions about the project with comments that show some anticipation. That's how to identify a good one. Besides that, announcements and channels should always have a lot of reactions, and they always should be relative to number of subscribers. This is how you can tell whether it is like bots involved or real people behind the comments. So put in simply, if the project is truly alive, then you will see its vitality with your own eyes. If there are no discussions among the community, no updates, and the developers are just promise exorbitant profits and nothing else, then most likely it is a scam and you better stay off from that. So the next thing you should look closely at is whitelist. You'll need to investigate it thoroughly, and most projects' red flags are hidden in whitelists. The whitelist for the project should not be very easy to get onto. If just anyone can be on that, then it is likely that many participants of the public round, like who bought tokens on the cheap, they will merge the token at the first opportunity. And by the way, this is why many crypto projects fail. It is also important to look at what the requirements are for getting onto that whitelist. The price denomination is not so important for gem collections. The price usually flies up very hard to drop. Many projects can grow by 2 times or 3 times in a week, and by that time its tokens are minted, the price could reach several Ether. A sharp rise in price against the mint is also an important sign. It indicates a strong demand to be on the whitelist. So it is important and crucial to make sure that the price increases are not artificial. In some projects, for example, the founders themselves buy these tokens or NFTs to inflate their price. By the way, this is where analytical tools come in handy, and using these tools, you can view the transactions or a particular project and check whether such purchases or investment come directly from the wallets of project's founders. I certainly recommend you to find this analytical tool for yourself. So moving on to the next point, we have social networks. You may be surprised, but many people underestimate the importance of Project Social and what's going on down there. The number of users on Twitter and Discord is very important, more than Discord sometimes. But we advise you to look carefully at the number of mentions the project gets on Twitter, like from bloggers, influencers, and so on. And also how often the project appears on YouTube. It may be that the project has invested lots of money in marketing and promotion, and that's obviously a good sign. So it means that they care about their public image. Here is what you should do when dealing with socials. So the foremost thing is important to get acquainted with project's tokenomics and pitch deck. So you should conduct a little research on your own on how similar the reviews and text of influencers are. Otherwise, those who first invested in the project will be the winners. Our next point is certainly well-structured and unique visual concepts. And here's the thing why. The visual component is certainly an important factor because I think each gem collection has its own zest, which tells us like, I'm a gem, like buy me and so on. And it is also important that all these NFT differ from each other. So the more distinctive features they have, the better it is. And speaking of the concept, we follow the same principle here. So it should be something interesting and unusual, and the classical way of staking, toy, DAO, merch, and airdrop said, well, it hardly surprises anyone so far. A cool crypto gem just must have an idea and a purpose, so that's how successful products stand out. To make it easier for you to understand and determine these things, check the following points. Firstly, if you are dealing with NFTs and you see two identical NFTs on the same page, but for example with different background, feel free to skip it right away. Usually these projects don't do very well. Second one here, take a look at the roadmap of the project and see where it is going and what plans the team is making and whether the collection has true future. And finally, we need to check before enrolling into some shady project is obviously team behind it. Don't be too lazy to look at what the team is and who represents the project, and check whether they have launched other projects before that and whether they were successful or not. It's also worth looking at who designed the project and NFT collection and who their partners and backers are. If the team has no successful projects at all and their CEO has launched lots of different projects but they were not successful after all, it helps you certainly to figure out what the project is all about and predict its possible future. As you can see, finding something good doesn't have to be very hard, but you might face some obstacles on the way. And if you follow the tips that I highlighted in this guide, you'll be just fine. So that's all for now, friends. Hope you've enjoyed this video and learned how to find these real gems out there. It's all the basics in this video. If you have any tips or advice on your own how to search for profitable projects, don't hesitate to share them in the comments. I think it will be a huge step for the community and a good one to share this with others. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn the bell icon notification so you don't miss our upcoming videos and anything interesting in the future. Don't forget to like this one and see you around in the next videos.